So we talked a lot about building strength on the bicycle. I mean, there's a lot of talk and a lot of theories out there about how building strength on the bike is the best way to build cycling-specific strength, better than working it out in the gym. And this is a great workout to really emphasize how important cycling-specific strength is. There's been also a lot of research about strength endurance intervals. Some people say that they have to be high enough and intense enough to actually make the body change a little bit. Well, today you're going to get plenty of intensity in your strength endurance work, and Jason has come up with a great name for these things, mashers, because they really do a good job of mashing your muscles into dust. So Jason, take us through it.
Like all of our other workouts in this phase, we're looking not only at the power piece, but again at the strength phase. We've got this workout set up as an MRC workout, but it's not going to be entirely that. You'll go through the warm-up just like you normally would, and you'll see that this first set of spikes here, those are the mashers. Each one is going to be 20 seconds long. There's 5 in a set. And you may think right now that 20 seconds is not that hard, but if you're doing these right, it's going to be more than hard enough. The way that we want to approach these is when we come into the mashers, we're going to actually disconnect from the computers. So you're going to go into program mode. That's where you push the reset key on your CompuTrainer control head. And you can use whatever resistance level works best for you and whatever gearing. Probably you want to be somewhere in the 4 to 6 resistance level. And remember too, you can hit that display key so that you can see your wattage up on the screen on your local control head there. But for each one, you want to start at a big gear, probably your 11 or 12. For maybe some of the athletes that aren't quite as strong, maybe a 13 or 14. But you're starting at a pretty low cadence. And when you hit that spike that's on the screen, those are really just place keepers for you. Go as hard as you can. Put every ounce of strength that you have in your legs into those pedals and just keep doing that for these 20 seconds. Your cadence will sort of naturally increase as the speed picks up, but you want to keep working as hard as you can. So we're keeping that torque really high throughout the entire 20 seconds. Because these are so intense, the recoveries between them are a little bit longer. Really dial way back on that. Let your legs recover, and it's more about the muscular recovery than it is about bringing your breathing down. So once we get through this first set of 5, we'll come back on, plug in or flip your switch up, whatever you need to do, and there's this pyramid in the middle where we will focus on high cadence. Spin as fast as you can as it brings the power up, and then keep that cadence high as it comes down. A lot of people find that as you sort of work that cadence in, it's a little bit easier to hold it. The muscles sort of get used to it and are a little bit more coordinated. And then we'll come back off the screen one last time for our second set of mashers. Those would be just like the first, but try to keep an eye on your power as well so that you have a sense for how hard you're working during those 20-second efforts.
Let me ask you this, do we want to do these all seated or do we want to do some of them out of the seat?
With these, we want to stay in the saddle. We're trying to really focus on that cycling-specific motion, developing strength in the way that you actually pedal most of the time.
And guys, the cool thing about these workouts is, so those of you that use program mode, you know you can see power. Those of you that haven't, just ask your instructor to make sure you're looking at your power when you're doing these mashers. And my focus when I do these things are try to beat my last maximum power output and just look at that number and really try to get that power up there. Try to keep your body as controlled as possible, but make sure you're putting lots and lots of torque on those pedals. In 20 seconds, you're absolutely right. After 10 or 12 seconds, you start to die a little bit. Keep your form together and really try to wind out those last 8 seconds. And as soon as the power is off, as soon as 20 seconds is over, make sure you start that recovery phase, because you can only do a good high intensity workout if you're rested. So make sure you take advantage of those rests.